Lawmakers are pushing back on President Trump and the Justice Department's probe into Jay Powell over whether he lied to Congress about the price tag of the $3.1 billion Federal Reserve renovation. I spoke with Kansas Senator Roger Marshall on this program yesterday, and he says the Senate will only need a simple majority to confirm a new Federal Reserve chairman, and the Democrats will not be able to stop the Trump agenda. Watch. Are you going to be able to move the chairman's nomination forward? Because the president's about to choose a new chairman.
Well, Maria, it'll be tough unless we get some cooperation, especially within our own caucus. So our caucus has to stick together. I think that we can do this with 50 votes for the most part. So I do think there's still a path to victory here.
So you think you will be able to confirm a new chairman of the Fed? Won't you need Democrat support?
I think we can do this with 50 votes now under the new rules.
I see. And so, okay, because Tom Tillis, Elizabeth Warren, they say, I'm done. I'm not moving anything forward. But you think you can do this with just 50 votes with the Republicans?
Exactly. I think that the president will lean into this. Our caucus, the Republican caucus, will have to stick together to get this done.
Joining me now is Missouri Congressman Jason Smith. He is the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee. Mr. Chairman, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Great to be with you, Maria.
So what about this investigation into Jay Powell? Do you think the Democrats will use this to upend the president's agenda, stop his nominations? Because Senator Tillis yesterday said, this is what he said, no one for the Fed is going to be confirmed out of the Senate Banking Committee until this issue is resolved, according to Senator Tom Tillis. He got some cover, obviously, from Senator Murkowski, a Republican from Alaska, and the House Financial Services Chair, French Hill, on Monday, basically saying, yeah, this is a distraction. Your reaction?
Maria, I'm thankful that I'm not over on the Senate side because they do a lot of things a little bit differently over there. But what I will say, it's quite disturbing of what we've seen come out within the indictment within Chairman Powell. However, there's a lot of facts that have to get out there. We need to look at it. And when you talk about the Senate Democrats or even the House Democrats trying to disrupt the Trump administration or the Trump agenda, that's a daily action. They'll find anything that the president supports, they're opposed to it. They're now opposed to removing a dictator in Venezuela. It's maddening.
Well, it is maddening for citizens as well, because people want to see you all get things done. I mean, 17 Republicans voted with Democrats to extend the enhanced Affordable Care Act subsidies for 3 years. The president responded to that extension. Here's what he said. Watch.
Federal's passing 3-year extension of the ACA is in the Senate. If it passed the Senate, you know what we're about?
I might, yeah, I might.
House Republicans are summoning top health insurance executives to testify on Capitol Hill as part of a broader effort to examine health care costs. But, Mr. Chairman, it seems like, you know, this has run its course. The panel will appear before the House Ways and Means Committee. What are you expecting?
You know, Maria, we are focused on lowering the cost of health care for every single American, lowering the premiums for every single American. The Democrats shut down government for 43 days because they were fighting for 7% of the population. We're focused on 100%. And what I've heard over and over from every American is that they're not happy with their health insurance. And so this is a great opportunity for us to bring in the top 5 CEOs to stand before Congress, and they can explain to us why premiums have continued to skyrocket and why their profits have continued to skyrocket. And is there things that Congress can do that can help lower the costs for them, that can lower premiums for all Americans? And I'm hopeful that we'll get some solutions, and then we'll be able to pass some policy that will deliver real relief for Americans.
Yeah, I mean, this is what President Trump is focused on. We just had a whole list of all of the things that the president is doing in terms of dealing with this issue, including this 10% credit card rate cap, which, of course, many of the bankers don't like. But the president spoke with Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren after she criticized him for failing to act on affordability measures. Here's what she told reporters afterwards. Watch this.
How was your call with the president? Can we just hear about that? And did you bring up Jerome Powell on that call?
For years now, I've said we should have a cap on credit card interest rates. Donald Trump said over a year ago that he was in favor of that, but he hasn't lifted a finger to make it happen. Now, might be the time to get that done. I've also raised the question about get our housing bill on through. It passed unanimously in the Senate. It's designed to expand the supply of housing in urban and rural America. Powerfully important, but it's hung up by Republicans over in the House. Trump hasn't lifted a finger to shake it loose. So if he really wants to reduce costs, we got things right in front of it that we could do, because our number one job is to lower costs for American families.
Well, Mr. Chairman, she keeps saying that the president hasn't lifted a finger. I mean, people are just in awe about the speed with which this president has tackled things and how fast he's been able to actually deal with all of these issues. And then you look at the economic story. Gasoline prices are at their lowest level since 2021. That puts an estimated $11 billion back into U.S. households this year. What else would you like to see done in hitting on this issue?
Well, first, I would say that Senator Warren must have been in a cave for the last year of this administration, because we have the hardest working president that I've ever dealt with. And he has done numerous things. If you just look at the wage increases in his first year, adds up to be more than all 4 years combined of the Biden administration. That really affects hardworking Americans. The largest tax cut in U.S. history. Now he's going after the housing issues. Affordability is his top priority. He will work with Republicans and Democrats to get the job done for the American people.
Real quick before you go, there were 2 more appropriation bills teed up. What are you expecting at the end of the month? It feels like a shutdown is increasingly unlikely, given your work. Is that how you see it?
I think everyone learned quickly from October that a shutdown is not the right recipe for our economy. And in fact, there will not be a shutdown. Congress will get the job done, and we'll deliver it.
And are you of the mindset that you want to do another reconciliation package at year end? Is that in the cards?
I would absolutely love to do a second reconciliation package. I just think that it's extremely, extremely difficult, Maria, and because we're at 218 Republicans in the House, and that is if everyone is here and no one's in the hospital. So that's quite difficult. I just don't see it passing, to be honest with you.
Well, so you don't think it's actually viable, but you'd like to do it. But you don't see that.
I would absolutely love to do it. And the only reason why we do reconciliation is so that Senate can pass legislation with just a simple majority. In the House, it doesn't matter whether it's with reconciliation or not. It's just about final passage over on the other chamber.
All right. Well, obviously, we send you our condolences for your colleague, Congressman. Good to see you this morning. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Jason
you.
Smith joining us.